The Illusion of Self, a deep dive, ancient wisdom for modern awareness. Namaste and heartfelt greetings, dear seekers. Welcome to Divine Knowledge 14, a sacred space where ancient wisdom meets modern life. Here we explore the eternal truths shared by the great masters, Lord Krishna, Lord Shiva, Buddha, Mahavir, Jesus, and many more, to awaken the light of consciousness within each of us. This channel is not about religion, it's about realization, not about belief, but about experience. Through teachings from the Vedas, Upanishads, Gita, Dhammapada, and ancient scriptures, we journey together toward inner peace, awareness, and self-discovery. So, take a deep breath, calm your mind, and open your heart to the divine knowledge that has guided souls for thousands of years. Welcome to Divine Knowledge 14, where the seeker becomes the knower, and the knower becomes the light. Today we are going to talk about the illusion of self. What if everything you think you know about yourself, your name, your story, your identity, is an elaborate illusion? For thousands of years, the greatest masters, Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna, Buddha, Mahavir, and Jesus, have all asked humanity to look deeper, beyond the surface of personality and perception, to discover the truth of who we really are. You are not who you think you are. This isn't just philosophy, it's the beginning of awakening. The daily identity trap. From the moment we wake up, we live through the lens of I. I am tired, I am happy, I am successful. But who is this I? The Bhagavad Gita reveals a subtle truth. Krishna tells Arjuna, "The self is neither born nor does it die. It was never created and will never cease to be." Bhagavad Gita 2:20. Yet, in our daily life, we identify ourselves with our body, job, emotions, and memories. We are caught in the illusion of separateness, believing that our temporary roles define our eternal essence. This illusion, called ahamkara in Sanskrit, is the false ego, the mask of individuality that hides the divine within. The shifting sands of self. Think about it. The person you were at age 10 is not the same as you today. Your face, beliefs, and emotions have all changed. So, who is the real you? The Upanishads call the true self the Atman, the unchanging witness, the silent observer behind all experiences. Everything else, your name, your achievements, your opinions, is just passing scenery on the screen of consciousness. Buddha described this beautifully. There is no permanent self, only a collection of changing thoughts, sensations, and perceptions. Even modern neuroscience agrees. The brain is a process, not a person. There is no single place in the brain where a permanent you exists. Deconstructing the you, ask yourself, are you your thoughts? If so, who is the one watching those thoughts? Are you your body? Then why do you still feel you, even when your body changes completely every few years? When you observe deeply, the idea of I begins to dissolve. What remains is pure awareness, the witness consciousness. In the Shiva Sutras, Lord Shiva says, "The self is the observer, untouched by what it observes." But in the highest state of realization, the boundary between the observer and the observed disappears. The one who observes, and that which is observed, are not two. There is only the act of pure awareness, infinite and indivisible. This is what the Mandukya Upanishad calls Turiya, the state beyond waking, dreaming, and deep sleep, where awareness becomes aware of itself. Beyond the illusion, every spiritual path ultimately points here to the freedom beyond identity. Buddha called it Anatta, the realization of no self. Mahavir called it Keval Gyan, pure consciousness without ego. Jesus said, "Deny yourself, and you will find life eternal. Krishna spoke of becoming sthitaprajna, steady in wisdom, unmoved by praise or blame. All of them pointed toward one truth. When you look for the self, you find only stillness. When the observer looks deeply enough, it realizes there was never a separate observer at all. The observer is the observed. The seer and the seen are one. This is the essence of Advaita, non-duality. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the ocean, dreaming of being a drop. A new perspective on being understanding. This illusion doesn't make you detached from life. It makes you profoundly compassionate. When you realize that all beings arise from the same consciousness, how can you harm another? How can you judge? You stop living as a collection of fears and desires and start living as awareness itself. This is what Krishna meant when he said, "He who sees all beings in the self and the self in all beings never turns away from it." Isha Upanishad 6. When the illusion fades, peace arises naturally. You live, act, and love without attachment. You move through life like a wave that knows it belongs to the ocean. The ego creates separation. Thinking of yourself as only your thoughts, feelings, or roles makes you feel separate from everything else. The true self is the observer. Deep down, there is a part of you that simply watches everything without being affected. This is your real self. Non-duality. The highest understanding is realizing that the watcher and what is watched are not separate. Everything is one. Freedom through letting go. Releasing attachment to the false sense of self brings peace, freedom, and kindness. Your reflection. A call to awareness. Now, close your eyes. Ask gently, who am I, really? Don't rush to answer, just watch what arises. You'll begin to sense something vast and silent, the awareness that watches everything, yet is untouched by anything. And if you look even deeper, you'll see the observer and what is observed are not two. They are one eternal dance of consciousness. That is your true self, eternal, infinite, free. If this message resonates with you, like, share, and subscribe to Divine Knowledge 14, where ancient wisdom meets modern understanding. Together, let's explore the mysteries of consciousness, existence, and awakening, and step beyond the illusion of self. You are not the wave observing the ocean. You are the ocean observing itself.